Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Even Jack, and we are playing Vintage Story. I messed around with this game for a few hours now. Popped up on my feed, and I got kind of intrigued by it. From what I understand about this game, a couple prolific modders from the Minecraft community decided it would be easier to create their own game for some of the things that they wanted to accomplish with their mods than work within the server infrastructure. Not the server, working with the mod infrastructure of Minecraft. Just thought it would be easy to make their own game. It's more focused on survival, and you kind of have to craft everything by hand. And since I tend to gravitate towards games with in-depth systems and a lot of minutia, it seemed like something that would be up my alley. So here's my first game. Just enough to really kind of poke into it, but not much at all. So I'm going in relatively blind. And I just posted a poll about whether or not you folks would like to see me do a series on this game, but I wanted to start a new world. So I'm just going to go ahead and start like I'm going to do a series, and then if not, then you'll never hear this. So we're going to do standard default survival experience, Vintage Story, balanced exploration, building, and survival. There's the some of the parameters there. So I never played much Minecraft. I sort of missed the boat on that. And I have played the mobile version here and there, but not often. And so I'm not all the way, it doesn't mean much to me that it's like Minecraft other than the visuals, because like a lot of these systems and how you play is completely new to me. This is my character from my other game. And I think I'm just going to keep this because I kind of like this guy. So, confirm skin. You have character classes you can select. From what I understand, a lot of these are more geared towards group play, because you can kind of, craft a squad that makes up for each other's weaknesses. And it's suggested that when you're first starting, you just do a default commoner run. So that's what we're going to do. We're leaving behind our old life and crawling into a new world. Commoners are generalists from a multitude of backgrounds. While they have no defining skills or strength to speak of, they also lack the weakness of those who specialize. No positive or negative traits. Confirm class. And here we are. Vintage Story, day one. There is all the rock strata, everything simulated. It's supposed to be a gigantic game. We start in a temperate region. You probably hear that vehicle out front. We start in a temperate region based on default settings. But the more north or south you go, it does honor distance from the equator. And there's seasons. So kind of the first big hurdle of this game is setting yourself up to have enough food to survive the winter, which I don't know if we'll do this. So do that, because there's a lot to take in on this game. Anyway, we need to get started. So I just grabbed some flint. And I think it was flint. Oh. What button is for my inventory? E. Alt. Oh, granite stone. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we're flint napping basically. And we're going to start with a knife blade. And you just cut out these blocks here around your actual knife blade, and the rest of the stuff will go away. Alright, we're going to do axe head. I might have to turn the in-game music down here. Oops. Sun shining right on it. It's hard for me to see the grid overlay. Let's see if we can get one more. Nope. This game is in early access. It is not on Steam. It seems to be picking up some popularity here recently. Like a spearhead. Because I believe I've seen this off and on for a year or so, popping up here and there on YouTube, and I've always kind of written it off, and then something caught my eye recently, and there we go. Kind of started thinking about playing it, and here we are. So now we need some branchy leaves here. So we can get a stick. And we will make a knife. Uh-oh. Like so. And let me go into settings. Sound. Music level. Okay, let's try that. Alright, now. Let's see. Oh, is that a trader already? Alright. We're gonna need to harvest cattails for storage. A lot of these cattails are used in storing solutions in this game, so you can make yourself some bags and like a reed chest to store stuff things in your first little house. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of these right here. You can cut the roots and either replant them or cook them for some food. But since the cattails are kind of a valuable resource, I think I accidentally just cut one down. You kind of want to avoid eating them unless you end up in an area to where it's just a whole bunch of them going on. I haven't had time to explore yet. That's a weird rock formation there. It's got this nice blocks and guide thing. So, basket, hand basket. Okay. So this, see, that started giving us inventory there. Alright, so now we can carry more things with us. I'm looking for branchy leaves in particular because they're the ones that will give you wood. Alright, got an axe. More cat. What is this? Oh, that's a large piece of driftwood. So there's all sorts of animals in the game. Aggressive animals like wolves and bear. There are enemies in the game, and I'm still kind of wrapping my head around how this stuff works. This gear here has to do with what they call temporal stability. And Basically, as temporal stability drops, the veil between your current living world and an alternate upside downish from Stranger Things type dimension called Rust starts to become weaker, and the enemies of the Rust world will start to encroach into the real world. And so that formulates the antagonist for the game, or these drifters, they call them. So you want to kind of, I can discard this tip up here. You kind of want to be paying attention to the temporal stability, and a la 7 Days to Die. At regular intervals, you will get a temporal storm event, where I think it just spawns in any place with a free block. Basically has a chance to spawn one of the drifters, or a variation of the drifter. I haven't actually played long enough to hit a temporal storm yet, so I don't really know what you do for that. Alright, we still got 20. I think you need 24 to make a reed chest. So maybe we'll get enough. We'll just finish up these here, and then we're going to run over to that trader, mark it on the map, and then start seeing if we can, I don't see any deep woods here, except for there. We're going to want the trees for wood resource, and we're going to be kind of scavenging the resources of the woods to eat for a while. It's May, it's 12:25, it's 17C. Rainfall in this area is common, and current rift activity is at medium. Here's my gear. Heavily tattered, commoner stuff. Got some turnips here. Uh-oh. Mark that on the map. Alright, I do need to be collecting some grass too. Grass is kind of what you'll be using as kindling, and how to make your torches and that whatnot. Oh. Uh-oh. Actually need another rock in your hand to nap with. Okay. See if we can find a branchy. Some branchy leaves here. I saw one. There we go. Alright, so there are traders in the game, obviously. This is one. We're going to mark him on the map. Hello, sir. Let's make traders purple. That makes sense. All that oboe whatnot are the voices in this game. talk to this guy. Do I need empty hands? Local goods. Haven't seen you around before. You just wake up? I think so. Good morning to you. Name's Trader. I roam these parts finding and trading when I can. What's your name? Stefan the Trader. Why gears? That's currency. They're limited, durable, and frankly useless. Perfect for currency. Wish they weren't so damn heavy, though. I don't care to know those answers. Or that. Peat brick. Yes. I don't have any of this to sell. So, it's good to know he's there. Okay, there's some unripe bushes here. So I'm kind of on the look for some fruit bushes. Oh. Let me go ahead and make a spear while I'm at it. Oak seed. Okay, at least we honestly have no protection. Need some cranberries. Alright, we don't have a lot of forest around us, to be honest. These little areas here and down here. Alright, that's better than nothing to work with anyway. Got some chickens here. I probably should have kept him alive. I feel a little bad about that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of deserve that. Go ahead and harvest this little family of chickens that are just murdered in cold blood. What is hitting me? Nothing. Okay. Small piece of driftwood. I did hear. You'll start hearing this dissonant noise that kind of indicates rift activity in the area from what I've been able to deduce. Okay. Alright, there is a boar. I would like to have a little bit more. There's a lot of animals over here though for right now. I'd like to make a couple more spears first. I'll put that in red. Hopefully we'll learn to avoid that hole. I think I might hear some bees. Yeah, right here. I'm not ready to harvest these guys yet, but we'll mark them for later. And take some of this horsetail. Horsetail goes into the poultice recipe for some early game bandaging. Okay. It's a little swampy area here. Alright, let's go this way. Rainfall is common in this area. Alright, it's 4 in the afternoon already. The wolves will fuck you up in this game. Terribly. Common Morel, which is an edible mushroom. Almost certain. Yep. Let's get us some food here. I'm gonna mark this spot on the map because they will grow back in the general area. What's this? That is poisonous. What is this whatnot over here? Oh, this is like a ruin. I think you can scavenge ruins, and I don't know much if you have to be digging around or if you just find pots. Sometimes I'll find clay pots and stuff. Until I can learn more about it, I'm gonna just mark it on the map here. Okay. And in the meanwhile, we're gonna go decent amount of, there's some wood around here. Not a lot. Here goes another ruin. Here's some. We'll take the red currants with me. You can replant the bushes. Yeah. Cracked vessel ore. Yeah, like, can I... What'd I get? Nugget. Galena. There's some turnips. And some turnip seeds. That's nice. Okay, the sun's going down. I gotta do something about that, actually. Shovel head. think we're just gonna dig ourselves a pit house for right now. Alright, I'm gonna chop this tree down to get a little bit of wood for fire. I like how immersive the axe sounds are. As if you're really in the woods with an axe and a tree. Alright, I did end up with a stick for my shovel. And another stick. Sandstone gravel. Medium. Sandstone sand. Okay, let's try over here. Oh, look at the temporal disturbance is bad here. I don't want to live there at all. Or set up shop for the night. Oh, see, there's a rift. This isn't good. Chert gravel. Oh, don't go down there. And we're hungry. Temporal stability bad here too. Alright, got the wind blowing now. See if we can dig into this bad boy. In the rain, I might have to turn the rain sounds down. Oh no, I need a pickaxe. Shit. Chert rock. Okay. Or it gets too dark. I need. Oh god, the temporal disturbance. Oh, we might have fucked up already. This is awful. Sounds like a rift. I can't see shit. Every time I start somewhere that I want to get settled down, that temporal disturbance goes down. So when you're in an area where if it's spinning backwards that way, your temporal stability's going down, and it's like a meter, and it slowly starts to reset. And as you lose temporal stability, you start coming more into contact with the rifts and stuff. Okay, I need sticks. I cannot see any bushes. This is grass. I've never been outside at night like this before. I have to be honest. Hey, there's a cranberry bush. This is going to be ridiculous. Alright, let's try this. Okay. I'm going to go 8. That doesn't sound good. Oh no. Oh no. I'm stuck on something. Look at the map. Look at the map. Use that. Oh God. This is going to be a long night, folks. Long night. Trying to get to where it's a little more flat. All them weird little grunts and stuff are the drifters. Let's cycle back around this way because I don't want to get too far away. That area where you spawn is where you always spawn after you die. I feel like I'm playing Daisy at nighttime right now. I'm gonna have to do the gamma correction and everything. I'm looking for bushes. I'm using my mini map on the right. Try to see if I can identify where some greenery is. Dwarf something first. It's a flower. Birch leaves. Birch leaves. Branchy birch leaves. Where are you at? Let's see if we can run back down here into where the woods are. Pine leaves. Pine log. Pine leaves. Okay. Branchy pine leaves. We're going to eat these real quick just to be able to free up a spot in our inventory. Now, that we'll have a fire starter. Now we can use this to create a fire pit over here, hopefully where it won't catch the woods on fire. That. Nope. 7. That. Now we'll use the fire starter. Okay. Go. Alright, got a fire. Make us a little poor wood hut here. Wood, poor wood. Low fertility soil hut. Okay, so we're not going to get any sleep tonight because I don't want my bed to burn up. Well, I guess I could put it right here. I have enough. Yep. Okay. Oh. Oh, Lord. Please don't catch fire while asleep. All those there. And we will cook some food. Alright. Made it through the night just barely. Nice. Okay. Alright, wait for this piece of fish to cook. I'm actually going to take my firewood with me. Okay. Okay, so for now... Home. Pinned. Green. Alright. Alright, so we're at the outskirts of the woods here. I'd like to be closer to water. This isn't a permanent setup by any means. Let's see. The spawn area was somewhere around here. So this might be a decent enough place for right now. Dead male raccoon, partially eaten by another creature. No food left. Cranberry bush. Just see if maybe these smaller ones make sense for any reason. It's a little bit more flat. Honestly, I should probably be looking for clay. Alright, let's see what we ended up. I think I might want to go west a little bit more. this when we actually destroy the tools. Some turnips. What is this? Cracked sandstone. Okay. Alright, it's 12:50. You slept late. So yeah, you need to get clay. Start making clay pots and clay vessels and things like that, which can really help your help your food situation. I got up to clay in my last game, but I didn't actually make it far enough to eat something that I had made in a clay pot. But it took me long enough to find clay that I feel like if I can, I might like to try to find clay before I settle down. Which I'll need to get out of the desert. This is more of a deserty area. What's this? Flint and stone, sandstone. And here's a pine resin. Which, from what I understand, is useful to have at a certain point. But I haven't actually gotten that far at all. What is that? Oh, that must be a big old mountain. See, we'll go over here by the water. See if we see anything. Here, you know what we're gonna do. We do not need to be carrying this thing around. Like that. Over some of the cranberry. There's a seashell. The berries on the red currant give a little bit more nutrition than cranberries and blueberries. That's why I'm picking those bushes up so we can replant them wherever we decide to build, or to start our first little base anyway. Go ahead and eat these berries. That's cool. Alright, we're headed over to this big lake. Lead ore bits. Usually, from what I understand, these bits will let you know that there's a vein underneath of it. Which I never really got to mining like this in my last game either, but... Oh, there's another trader. I was gonna say it was kind of slim on the cattails in this area. Yeah, let's make that half as loud. Are these food? Yep. Alright. Let's label these. Common rainfall. I had read that clay, you have a better chance of finding clay when it, the more common rain is in an area. I need to figure out the button to, here, let's do that now. Controls. Third person camera. F5. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Nice. Temporal instability is too big to be messing around right now. We have here. Local goods. What's your name? Temper. We've got storage vessels, tapestries. Cool stuff. You like gems. Alright, later buddy. Ooh, what do we have here? Blue clay and soil. Alright, that's a start. I think... Alright, blue clay is a little less common than red clay, from what I understand. I didn't find that in any of my playthroughs. Alright. Here, we're gonna say blue clay. Give it one of these. And alright, there's some woods. Okay, this looks like a pretty deep tract of woods here. So maybe this will be good for our first little tentative. I don't know how much clay over there is that's going to represent, but it's better than nothing. So chicken. Got some water here to make some field mushrooms. We can make a little orchard right there. low fertility soil. Chert rock. I don't really know what that is yet. Temporal stability is good. Okay. I'll throw that away. It's literally everywhere. Cattails here. It's a pretty big wooded area. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I'm about to do it again. All right. This is all chert rock, so I can't cut into it. What about over here? I wonder. It's got low temporal stability. Chert gravel. It's awful flat. Trees here. I'm not really growing in this shit though. I'll be importing better soil. Okay. This is going to be it over here. We're going to make our first little spot over here by the water. Yeah. Okay, so oops. Make another shovel. Might just luck out with a little underground hidey hole. Oh, look at the temporal disturbance here. It's terrible. gonna have to be what it is. Alright, now we're gonna go right here. Oh, it's cattails. Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. What I meant to do was this. And this. And this. Okay. Then we'll do this. Do this. And then let's see. All right, block this off a little bit. Get our grub on a little bit. There we go. All right, it is 9:12. Temporal stability at 82%. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, which might be a bad idea. This episode's been about an hour, so probably just going to stop it here and we'll start with the next one. So, here, we'll sleep first. Plop one more of them. Oh, I don't have any sticks. I was going to make a torch real quick. Okay. So, we're going to put green base. Alright, that's going to be it for this first episode of Vintage Story. A little different than the normal fare. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I will see you on the next one.